Let's go.
Let's go, guys.
Come on, away from there. What's up, man?
We move back the whole back way.
Step back, please. Come on.
We're gonna have to clear this area. Please move back. Media, move back.
Go, come on. Everybody, come on.
Please move back.
Go.
We're gonna have to clear this area. Media, back over here. Move the media back over here. Back all the way to one place. Media, move. You want to get some uniform
Don't give a statement. All right.
Don't push. Relax.
John, you gotta let him in a little closer.
Okay, well, whatever you say. Let him you got applause, bro.
Okay. Are you all ready? Hold it.
You gotta stay down.
You're gonna have to speak up.
This is East Broadway. Are you ready? I'm Chief Colangelo, the Chief of Patrol. Robert Colangelo. At approximately 6 o'clock this morning, gunfire erupted in front of two buildings located at 30 and 32 East Broadway. The shooting apparently stems from a dispute between rival Oriental gangs. As a result of the shooting, 7 people were wounded. We have an 8-year-old child who is in critical condition in Bellevue Hospital. We have 1 other male adult who is critical. We have 5 other people who are serious conditions. It's too early in the investigation to have any definitive idea of what caused it, but it's clear that it was a dispute between rival Oriental gangs.
How much do you know about these gangs? Who are they?
Well, we don't know exactly the names of the gangs that were involved. That will be determined by the investigation. At this point, we don't have the gangs involved identified so far.
Any of the victims gang members?
We don't know whether any of the victims were gang members. One is a male white who was shot inside the restaurant. Apparently, he is not a gang member. It would be safe to assume, I think, that some may, but we can't make that determination.
All right, how many gang members were involved? How many people were actually involved in the shooting? Who did the shooting?
We have not determined how many people were involved in the shooting.
Well, how many people are you looking for? You were chasing some people down here. You must have some idea.
We're looking for some people. The numbers we don't have definitive knowledge at this time.
What was the dispute between the two gangs actually over?
Well, that's not very clear at this point. We're in the early stages of the investigation, and we don't know exactly what precipitated the shooting today.
All right, now there's blood on the street, blood down the staircases. Does that indicate that some of the men who did the shooting are also wounded?
I can't, that's a possibility, but I don't know. We don't know if there was any return fire on the part of those who were shot.
Who are you looking for right now, and what do you know about these gangs in terms of their past involvement in the area?
Right now, we're interviewing all the witnesses. We're trying to get some knowledge of people who witnessed it to identify for us the people who did the shooting in terms of their names, their numbers, their descriptions, and their gang affiliations. We are also talking to the victims, and we're trying to make a determination as to whether or not what involvement they had, what they saw, and who were the ones responsible for it. And as you could well imagine, it's very confusing here. We have detectives in the hospitals. The victims were taken to 3 different hospitals. Some were moved around after their initial initial examination. We have witnesses in the station house, but it's a little difficult to piece everything together in the short time that we've had so far.
Well, did the
Can you give
shooting
us an
take place
idea of
in front of the
outside, inside?
restaurant or in the restaurant? Can you go through that for us?
Our best guess at this point is that most of the shooting took place outside 30 and 32 East Broadway. One of the male white victims was shot while he was in the restaurant.
Was
that through the
he a
window?
gang member, or he just was by accident?
We do not know if he's a gang member. My judgment would be that he is not a gang member and was more likely an innocent victim.
What was the scene inside the restaurant? In other words, what was happening? There were people eating. Can you paint a picture as far as what you know?
No, I'm sorry I can't do that because we haven't spoken to enough witnesses to make that determination. What we did get so far is that most of the shooting took place outside. One shot was apparently fired inside, but there could have been more.
Can you just go through exactly what happened one more time, very briefly, exactly what happened?
At approximately 6 o'clock this evening, 7 people were shot at the location in the area of 30 and 32 East Broadway. 6 of the people we believe were shot in front of these 2 buildings. One of the victims apparently ran into the furniture store at 32 East Broadway. 2 or 3 of the victims ran into the restaurant at 30 East Broadway. One of the victims was in the restaurant when he was shot, and we believe at this point that he was the only one who was shot inside the restaurant. The others were all shot outside.
Is
Did
an
the bullet
18-year-old
go through
girl
the
in
window?
critical condition?
My information is that we have an 8-year-old boy who's critical and 1 male adult. The others are serious, but I could be wrong.
What do you know about the gangs?
Particular individuals were shot as opposed to anybody else on the street?
No, I don't.
Were all handguns involved? Any automatic weapons?
We don't have any information that they were automatic weapons. It would be my judgment at this time is that they were handguns.
How many shooters were there?
No, I can't comment on that, exactly what led up to this, what were the specifics. All I can say with reasonable certainty at this time is that it was related to a dispute between different Oriental gangs.
What about that bomb incident?
The package was found to be, I'm certain we got that back, that's not a device. It's not a device.
Any sense any drug involvement in this?
We have no indication at this point that it is drug related.
Was the Ghost Shadows involved? Do you know the gangs, the 2 gangs that were involved?
No, I don't.
No information on that?
No, I don't.
I'm sorry?
He wants to know if there were any Vietnamese gangs involved.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
But you say between 2 rival gangs, they don't have to be both Chinese gangs, in other words, right?
They could be, at this point, I don't know. It's just the best assumption we can make at this point is that they are rival gangs.
How many people in the restaurant?
I'm sorry, I don't know at this point.
What is the emotional condition? You saw a lot of middle-aged women coming out of the restaurant. There were just obviously tourists or people having lunch. What are they going through right now?
It was a harrowing experience, there's no question about that. And we know that there was at least 1 or more visitor to the area in the restaurant.
And they were just sitting there having lunch.
Being interviewed, and those who need some follow-up treatment in terms of support or psychological counseling, we certainly will see
Obviously, you're
that they
still
get
searching
that.
the neighborhood for these people.
We're still searching, yes.
Thanks, John.
Thank
Thank you very much.
ladies and gentlemen.
Everybody have the cards? Cards, please. Cards, please. Everybody with the cards. Stay.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I guess.
Well, this one's going to be blocked behind here.
Can we get over here?
Under here. We want to look under here. Take the neck. Okay, open up. It didn't come all the way through. It looks like it went this way. It looks like it went this way, though, right? This thing ends here. Back. Yeah, in my car. Not up first. That's all in a panel here. To be on a heavy angle. Get a small bar. Make it get a small pitch bar. Right, don't bring toward them. The angle this way. It may be stuck right on the edge here in that piece of wood.
Jeff, we're looking for bullet.
Looking for evidence like bullet holes. Meanwhile, other detectives went door to door interviewing shopkeepers and neighbors. They were running into two problems: one, the language barrier, and two, the reticence to talk. There's a lot of people in this area are fearful.